What is going on, everyone? Here live with your SmackDown review. Sorry I haven't been posting as much this week with the crazy work schedule and just being too tired when I get home. I've been mainly focused on Twitch, but have a few days off, so I'm going to try to give you guys some more content. Again, I do apologize, but today we're going to talk about SmackDown, man. SmackDown getting better. Very, very impressed. And I hope you guys will enjoy this. I don't think you can get a copyright if you just listen to some of the promos. So we're going to just give it a shot and see what happens, rather than just read you guys like word for word, because that gets fucking boring, man. But to start off the show, we have Kevin Owens challenge Roman Reigns to a Universal title match. 1 week after Kevin Owens sent a definite message to Universal Champion Roman Reigns with his vicious chair onslaught of Jey Uso, the big dog addressed the WWE Universe, belittling Kayla Braxton and affirming that neither he nor Jey Uso are afraid of KO. It wasn't long before Owens joined the party to stand toe-to-toe with the head of the table and challenge him to a tables, ladders, and chairs match at WWE TLC or right there and then. In response, Reigns stated that he accepts, but that because he was a gentleman, he would not do it then. His decision was met with a very insulting response from Owens as the adversary left the ring. So, we are going to play this and see what happens here.
Geico's whole 15 minutes thing, that came from me.
So this is the promo between KO and Roman.
But that's not catchy. So I thought 15 minutes, 15% serendipity.
Geico.
We get down, Oos. We run this show. You know, we accept. Easy.
I wasn't talking to the bus boy. I was talking to the head of the table. What do you say? Huh? If not now, let me think of a... Oh, I got just the place. TLC.
These two should have a good match, I would say.
And let's not stop there, Roman. You are the head of the table, or so you claim. Let's get a table in there.
Again, this is audio only.
Put that title on the line, and you and I settle this like men. What do you say? Or we just do it right now, because that's fine too. Come on.
Roman just smirking.
I bet that's what you want, huh? You want to fight me right now? That'd be the best thing for your career. You being on the island of relevancy is the best thing that's ever going to happen to you. But understand this, I trained my cousin well. We don't back down to any man. We do not fear anyone. He said we accept, and I'm telling you right now, the head of the table accepts. And you're lucky. You're lucky. If I was the man that I used to be, I would whoop your ass right now. But there's a time and a place for everything. And the time's not right. What do I look like? Do I look like a savage? I'm a gentleman. There's a lady in the ring. Grow up.
Well, let's see if WWE officials make that official, Corey. They're talking about the TLC.
Roman's still smiling.
Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network.
Okay, so that was a promo between Roman and Kevin Owens. No. Okay, let's say we don't need more ads. Alright, this video is not worth playing. Natalya defeats Bayley. After weeks of tensions building between Bayley and her Survivor Series teammate Natalya, things finally reached a boiling point with an explosive one-on-one showdown, and in the final moments with guest commentator Bianca Belair looking on, the Queen of Hearts locked a self-possessed role model and the family sharpshooter and made her tap out to the huge win. In the aftermath, Belair gave the outcome a standing ovation, something that clearly didn't sit well with Bayley. That was a waste of everyone's time. And then finally, was Daniel Bryan, Big E, and Rey Mysterio defeat Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, that wasn't this match. We'll get to that in a second. With the historic original Intercontinental Championship title displayed at ringside, by the way, this was a Pat Patterson tribute. SmackDown, rest in peace, Pat Patterson. 6 former Intercontinental Champions collided in a 6-man tag match to honor the life of the first ever Intercontinental Champion of WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson. In the height of the fast-paced matchup filled with numerous near falls and explosive moments, Daniel Bryan overcame Sami Zayn with a quick pin to give his team the important victory. After the contest, the defeated team challenged their opponents to get back in the ring. This led to Zayn and Nakamura getting quickly ejected from the ring, leaving the show-off alone and suffer a trio of painful maneuvers with Bryan, Mysterio, and Big E. So that was that. And then this boring Carmella shit. Sasha Banks challenged Carmella to a personal match at TLC. Following weeks of attacks in recent weeks that made no sense, SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks and the untouchable Carmella engaged each other in a highly contentious war of words from separate locations. Things got personal in a hurry, and when the smoke cleared, the intense superstars had agreed to settle their issues in a SmackDown Women's Tag Team title match. Or SmackDown Women's title match, not tag team. God, I'm messing up today. Sorry, guys. And why am I getting notifications? It's getting in the way. Oh, yeah. So Murphy finally away from Seth Rollins. But who does he go for next? King Corbin. Woohoo! After the Mysterio family assisted Murphy in his victory over King Corbin last week on SmackDown, the King immediately challenged for a rematch and vowed he would be prepared for any Mysterio family interference. True to his word, Corbin arrived for the match flanked by a hooded Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake, and in the final moments of the contest, the perceived protectors of the crown suddenly attacked Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic at the ringside, taking Murphy off his game and paving the way for Corbin to defeat him with the end of days. And YouTube, by the way, this is the radio playing. I'm not playing YouTube. So now we go to the main event. Kevin Owens and Otis defeats Roman Reigns and Jey Uso by disqualification. So this does not count as a pinfall or a submission loss for Roman. He is still undefeated with the Universal Championship. In the wake of last week's brutal chair check on Jey Uso and the announcement that he challenged Universal Champion Roman Reigns in the tables, ladders, and chairs match at WWE TLC, Kevin Owens joined forces with Otis against the big dog and his cousin. For a bit it looked like it might be a 2-on-1 when Reigns did not show up for the beginning of the match, perhaps leaving Jey to face the consequences of his actions from earlier, but Reigns soon joined the action and unleashed a massive assault on Otis that left him unable to continue the match. Nevertheless, Owens continued in a 2-on-1 disadvantage. Then, in the final moments when it looked like Owens might get the best of Uso, Reigns suddenly entered the ring and locked him in the guillotine to bring the disqualification. Okay, whatever, I didn't understand that. Nevertheless, Reigns and Uso unleashed a brutal post-match double chair assault on KO, but before he was done, Reigns turned his chair on his cousin, revealing the real consequences of a misstep in the family as SmackDown concluded. And all throughout the night, they're showing Pat Patterson clips and memories, I don't know the word I'm thinking of. You guys probably know. but Pat Patterson and his legacy. All in all, it was a pretty good SmackDown. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, it was just in between. You know, nothing extravagant happened, but nothing too disappointing happened either. Why Otis was in the main event, I have no fucking clue. Just give up on Otis already, will you guys? Please. But we're all getting excited for War Games. Please check me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/CHARVIE2018. That's CHarvey 2018. I will post that link up on social media later, but I will appreciate that. And also, if you guys can, please leave a like or a comment down below and hit the subscribe button and turn that bell on for all notifications. I will greatly, greatly appreciate it. Now, with WWE content, there's not really much more I can go over. You know, I did this review in 11 minutes. Hey, you know, what else do you want me to talk about? Everything was straight to the point. You know, I'm not going to dive into these things and bore you half to death, because then you're not going to want to listen anyway. So, one of these days, maybe they'll give us a storyline that would be worth it to where it can do an hour video. But until then, that's not happening anytime soon. I doubt it. You know, these are just standard, boring WWE shows with a few good spots here and there, and that's it. That's all it comes down to. It's just a few good spots here and there, and there's Vince Bruce and Kevin Dunn calling that a good show, man. Like, oh, we got 2 segments, man. 2 segments out of a, 2-hour show, 3-hour show. You know, that's just cool, man. That'll give me my wood for the winter, and we'd be all set and good to go, okay? So, I'm just done trying to dive into it. Just watch it. If it sucks, I'll tell you it sucks. If it's good, I'll tell you it's good. Much like Natalya and Bayley, didn't even bother. But other than the Roman stuff, that's really all the SmackDown was really worth really paying attention to. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys, but I do hope you liked this SmackDown review. I know it was short, I know it was very quick, but it was more of a recap, because I'm not going to read word for word of the whole entire show. I mean, you guys get that enough already. I was just trying to add on a couple more extra minutes. But I just wanted to get this out there, get it done, so you guys, for whatever reason, if you weren't watching SmackDown on Friday, that you at least know what happened if you don't by now already. That's the only disadvantage I have in not being able to do post shows, but what can you do? You know, I just can't stay up that late. I really can't. But one of these days we'll do a live stream, we'll start chatting and shooting the shit and having a good time. But now I'm really enjoying that on Twitch. You know, I'm having a lot more people on there, so if you guys want to come and actually chat with what's going on, I'd really, really appreciate it. But thank you guys, that's going to be it. Nothing more to go over. That was SmackDown as of last Friday. I didn't do Tribute to the Troops, because I had no idea what time it fucking went on today. I was looking, but I didn't see it. So maybe later on this week I'll do a coverage of that, so you guys can check out if it's even worth it. I'll check the results and see if it's even worth doing a review for. But until next time, guys, I love you. Take care. That's it. Short, sweet, to the point, and I'll see you next time.